It's Sunday, July 26th, another beautiful day for some baseball. In this video, we're going to be breaking down the best player props on that entire slate. Not to mention, I'm going to be telling you my favorite player on Sunday to send one out of the park and cash us out for a home run. Then we're going to go on over to the sports books, where I'm going to tell you exactly who's going to win, who's going to lose, the unders, the overs, all of that right here in this video. So if that sounds good to you, let's go.
Sub to the channel, we drop picks on the daily, dropping knowledge every day, and you don't have to pay me, we just keep stacking wins while the rest moving lazy.
Now, before we get into breaking down all the plays we absolutely love for Sunday, let's go on ahead and talk about Saturday, and we have to talk about Saturday because it was absolutely amazing. UFC, we have been on an insane run, cashing after card after card after card, and we did it again on Saturday, cashing this play. This one was given out for absolutely free over at Winible. Go to the pinned comments, get more free plays. It'll be down below in that pinned comment. But we cashed this when it was a nice lotto play. Now, typically our lotto plays are a little bit bigger, but for this UFC event, it was heavy favorites all the way through, and we took advantage. We turned $1,000 into $2,900 on that one, getting all 5 fights correct. Then for our nice premium play here, minus 106 odds, 2,500 to 4,800. We knew those fights were not going to go to the distance, and we absolutely cashed out on that one. And then we weren't done yet. Premium 8. We had this one 75 to 152 for a 3 little parlay. We absolutely love that play. We had this one as well, Walter Walker. We had Islam Dalatov with him, but that fight ended up getting scratched for the card, so we only turned 50 into $86 on that one. Then we had Abdul Hassan with Axel Sola, 75 to 136. We had both teams to score in MLS. Yes, soccer. Those guys played no defense. Teams score left and right. It's not like the World Cup where they score 1 goal. It's Little League Soccer where each team scores 4. So we took advantage and had Columbus, Cincinnati to both score a goal. They did just that. And then we had Magomed Zainukov, say that 3 times fast, on that, $50 to $98 on that one. This is our UFC cheat sheet on Saturday. We got 1 fight wrong, and I'm mad at myself. That was my 50-50 fight. Thought it would go the distance. Thought Urseg may pull it off, but we did take him for plus 3.5 there on the scorecard. He ended up getting knocked out. Hindsight, I kind of wish I locked this one in twice, knowing that was my 50-50 pick, and took Steve on one and the other guy on another, and then we would have cashed out big because we had every other fight correct. Like I said, this was a big, heavy favorite card. Every single favorite just about won that card, and we were just 1 away there. But if you guys paired them up like you should, the free gang, which I sent this out for absolutely free over at Winnable, again, the pinned comment, absolutely had a day watching the UFC on Saturday. And baseball, we weren't done yet. We had the Washington Nationals to beat the Arizona Diamondbacks, $50 to 83 on that one. And then we had the Dodgers to beat the Mets, 75 to 121. Now, typically at this point, you'll see some 20x bangers that we ripped off and cashed. But on Saturday, things in the player prop department have slowed down for us since the All-Star break. I'm just being honest with you. We will kick it back up once baseball corrects itself like it always does. And I think I've pinpointed the best player props on the market on Sunday. And we've been absolutely crushing our pitcher props. Yesterday's video, we were just about flawless. Hunter Green was the only one that did not show up, but we had a day there as well, and we're going to repeat that success for you right here in this video. Now, before we get going any further, 100 likes on this video, and one of you, if and when that play cashes, will be getting $100. So make sure you're smashing that like button and commenting below so you can be in the running for that one. And then while you're down there doing all that, go on ahead and subscribe to the channel. We have tremendous success on the channel. The NFL season's right at the doorstep, and we are going to turn it up a notch once NFL kicks off and college football. We could not be more excited, and we drop these every single day for you guys. So make sure you're subscribing so you don't miss a free play drop. Now, honestly, though, with all of that being said, the single most important thing that you can do for yourself, for your wallet, go down in the description, visit the link tree. get on over there and lock in all of these plays without having to come out of pocket. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Now, we used to have a Stan store. My buddy Stan, he broke up with me. So now we're on Linktree. And Linktree should be fine because OnlyFans is on there. And this is nothing as close to as bad as what OnlyFans is. Stan store just didn't like us promoting gambling, but that's what we're here to do. It's illegal in just about every single state. Kalshi is quite literally legal in all 50 states. And if you sign up with code FFAPE over on Kalshi, you can get a bonus up to $500 when you deposit just $25. It's almost like a spin the wheel type of thing. You deposit your $25, you can literally get up to $500 right into your account. But the other day, I signed up on my wife's name, and she got a $250 bonus, and we only deposited $25. So take advantage, sign up for Kalshi with code FFA, get your free funds, and lock in some of these plays. Now, for all your player prop needs, I highly recommend 2 out of this whole entire list. Now, these are all fantastic apps, but I have to recommend Prizepicks. Code FFAPE on there. You bet 5, you get $50 instantly, and they have great discounted lines. We give out all the taco plays every single Tuesday for absolutely free. Remember, I said winnable down in the pinned comments. I have to add my winnable to this page. I did not add it to my link tree. That is absolutely insane of me to do. I got to make sure I add it there, but it will be in the pinned comments for you guys so you can get all those free tacos every single Tuesday and all things sports betting ape. Now for sleeper, code FFAPE, you don't even have to deposit. You get $20 for absolutely free. So even if you don't want to deposit, go use code FFAPE, get your free $20. But if you do deposit, you get a $100 deposit match. On top of that, for any one of these that you sign up for, you get a 30 days of our premium plays where we have been absolutely dominating. So make sure you take advantage. Sign up for any one of these apps. Sign up for multiple apps. You get 30 days per sign up. Now, before we get going any further, there's one last thing we have to say. Gambling involves significant risk. There are no guarantees of profit, and you could lose some or all of your money. The content in this video is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute financial or legal advice. Past performance is not indicative of future results. We are not responsible for any losses that may occur as a result of using the information provided here. Viewers must be 18 or older or legal age in the jurisdiction to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, please seek help. Responsible gambling resources are down below to include 1-800-GAMBLER in the United States. This video does contain affiliate links. We do receive a commission for signups made through those links, so it's a great way to support the channel. And on top of that, you get free funds into your account instantly. The first player prop we want to talk about for Sunday is Isaac Paredes. As you can see, he's done this in 11 of his last 20. We're taking him for over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's had a great stretch of games since the All-Star break, averaging 2.1 in his last 20, but 3 in his last 10, and he's gone over this line in 8 of his last 10 games. Now he's going up against the White Sox once again on Sunday, where he just ripped off 5 hits, runs, and RBIs for us on Saturday. We think he's going to repeat that success here for us on Sunday. Extremely hitter-friendly conditions over there in Chicago, albeit maybe a little bit of rain, but that doesn't really matter to us. The wind is also blowing a little bit, but we don't like him to get a home run. We like him to get an RBI, a run scored, or a hit, a combination of those to take us over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Now, he probably will strike out in this game. As you can see, 14.1%. Eric Fetty will probably get him to whiff quite often in the early going of this game, but I do think he's going to get on base a ton, as you can see from his .351 on base percentage. I think he's going to make a ton of contact as well. I like him to rip off a double and get a run to score in or hit an RBI in. I love him to go over this 1.5. I would take him maybe even over 2.5, but we like this 1.5 for us right here where it lies on Sunday. I think the Astros are also going to be scoring quite a bit of runs in this matchup, which bodes very, very well for this player prop. I think Isaac Paredes is going to be a part of that party. I love him to have a huge game for us here on Sunday and cash us out for over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Next, we have to talk about the man himself, Kyle Schwarber. Philadelphia is having an absolute lightning of a week, if you want to call it that. A lot of people are hyped up about LeBron James. I don't think he's going to add too much to that team, but this is baseball, not basketball, and Kyle Schwarber is absolutely elite on the diamond. We love him in this one over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Now, he's had a little bit slower of a get up and go here since the All-Star break. As you can see from the screen, he's only done this in 4 of his last 10. He's only averaging this 1.5 right where we need him. Now, I do love his odds at minus 124. Wouldn't be mad if you played this one just straight up there over on Kalshi, but I do think he gets at least over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And honestly, I think he does this with one swing of the bat. He is our favorite player on Sunday to hit a home run. Great conditions down there in Philadelphia. Extremely hitter-friendly ballpark there, and we all know how good he is at home. Now, going up against Will Warren, facing those righties, he's got a 231 batting average. He'll probably get a walk or two in this game, just like he has in the past against Warren, where he owns a 1-for-6 record against him. But with those 2 walks, that's really 1-for-4. Now, it's not that many plate appearances, so we don't take that fully into account here. But I do love the fact that he's already got a home run against Warren, sees the ball very well, hits the ball hard. If I got to tell you Kyle Schwarber hits the ball hard, you might not have ever watched baseball before in your life. As you can see, his hard hit percentage, 57.8. His exit velocity is through the roof. Tremendous barrel percentage with that 19.5 as well. We love Kyle Schwarber in this one. I think Philadelphia is probably going to take this game on Sunday night at home with their ace on the mound, avoiding the sweep. We love Kyle Schwarber to get some runs in at home plate and send us home with that over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Our next player is Jordan Walker, who got it done on Saturday against Hunter Green, who we absolutely love, who played absolutely horribly. But we like Jordan Walker to do it again for us here on Sunday, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. 15 of his last 20, 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs in that span. Now, if you break it down to the last 10, where it takes into account that little all-star break where things in the MLB might seem a little bit upside down right now, he's still doing fairly well. He's done this in 6 of his last 10 games. He's got 1.8 hits, runs, and RBIs in that span. Like I said, just got it done on Saturday. I like him to do it again for us on Sunday. Now, he is 0 for 11 against Andrew Abbott, but Andrew Abbott is not elite. He is not elite. He does have 5 strikeouts against Andrew Abbott, but this season, he's batting a nice 306 against those righties. He hits the ball hard. He gets on base a ton. I do think the Cardinals repeat their success here, just like they did on Saturday, and score a bunch of runs, which we absolutely love for this player prop. We're taking Jordan Walker over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And now for our pitcher props, and these are going to be so square, it's going to be insane. But we think they're going to cash. All the good pitchers this weekend have gone extremely well over their strikeout total. We had Paul Skeens, who got shelled on Saturday, but still was able to get 11 strikeouts. I think Jacob Mlb is going to shut down the Rockies. I think he's going to get probably over 10 strikeouts. We love him for 7.5 all day long. He did not go over this in his last game against the Mets, which is actually kind of crazy to think about. But the Rockies, they strike out a ton, 20th in the MLB, and we like him to get it done on Sunday and get a little get back after that game there against the Mets where he only got 6 strikeouts. I don't think he's going to go super long into this game. I like him to get pulled around the 6th or 7th inning. Otherwise, I'd probably take him for up to 15 if I'm being honest with you. I think he can still get 10 strikeouts in those 6 innings, which is crazy, but I think he's going to be absolutely mowing down the Rockies batters. Now, as you can see here, in his last appearance versus the Rockies, 29 plate appearances, he had 8 strikeouts in that one, which we absolutely love. His strikeout percentage is of the elite, and he's got a 39.4 strikeout percentage in that category. Now, the Rockies, 21.4 in that strikeout percentage. They do whiff 25% of the time as well. I honestly think if I have to sell you Jacob Mlb strikeouts, that is insane, because this dude is probably the best pitcher in the entire MLB this season. We love Jacob Mlb. The dude throws 105 miles an hour. That's absolutely insane. Next, we got Christopher Sanchez going up against my New York Yankees. They strike out a lot. A lot. We did have Jesus Luzardo the other night, and he cleared his regular line there on the books. We took him up to 10. He only got 9, so he did not follow through with that 10, but he did cash us out for the straight play. And we love this one straight. Plus money. Are you kidding me? 7.5, and we're getting plus money here with Chris Sanchez. That is crazy work. He's averaging 7 over his last 20 games. He has not been a strikeout artist. I'll be completely honest with you. He did get 9 against the Pittsburgh Pirates, maybe the only team in the MLB, a little bit worse at the plate as far as the strikeout category goes than the New York Yankees. I think the Yankees bats, they've been cold. I like Chris Sanchez to get 8 in this game. I don't know if I like him for 10, but I definitely love him and this spot at plus money for just 7.5 strikeouts. One of the best pitchers in the entire MLB. As you can see here, his strikeout percentage is elite as well, 27.5. And the Yankees, they just absolutely abysmal in this category. Now, in his last appearance versus the Yankees, he only got 7 strikeouts in 25 plate appearances. Think he might go a little bit longer in this game if it is a little bit of a back and forth, but I do think that the Philadelphia Phillies win this one, and I think it's on the back of Christopher Sanchez. We're taking him all day long for 7.5 strikeouts. If you're getting cold feet with that, knock it down to 6.5 or 5.5 as a nice parlay piece. The next one that we absolutely love, we loved Eovaldi the other day going up against the Mariners. Sorry, I can't find his prop here. Hold on. We like the Eovaldi from the Rangers going up against the Mariners, and now we like Jacob deGrom. As you can see here, the Mariners love to strike out. 22nd in the league. He's done this in 7 of his last 19. I love the plus money on this one as well. 7.5 at plus 128 is absolutely crazy work. We do think he gets about 8 to 9 strikeouts in this one. Again, if you're getting cold feet at that plus money, knock it down to 6.5 or even 5.5. That would be a killer parlay piece for you guys to bump up your payouts. I do absolutely love his work at the mound. He's got a 30.2% strikeout rate. That is, again, elite. I know I keep saying it, but it is elite. These guys are going to get it done on Sunday. We like all 3 of those guys to hit their strikeout numbers. Now we're taking this 2-man over on Prizepicks to double up our money. 2.1x to be exact. We got Jacob Mlb over 6.5. I think he gets at least 8 or 9, maybe even 10 in that ball game. And then we got Kyle Schwarber over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs to take us home for that 2.1x payout over on Prizepicks. Like I said, where you play 5, you get 50 instantly when you sign up with code FFAPE, so take advantage and also get that free 30 days of premium. Now, for Sleeper, I have to mention this one just because it's a free $20 with code FFAPE. Take advantage, deposit, get your $100 deposit match, your free 30 days, send all proof that you deposited in used code FFAPE on these 2 apps to the number at the bottom of your screen to claim your free premium. Now, for the next play, we're locking this one in on Kalshi, where you trade $25 and you get up to $500. That is one of the best promos on the entire market, and it's legal in all 50 states. Code FFAPE will activate that. Tremendous promo for you guys. And here it is. We're going with Milwaukee. We're backing Jacob Mlb against Colorado. And then we got the Phillies to not lose by 1.5. So basically, Philadelphia plus 1.5, which I think they win that game fairly easily, if I'm being honest with you, but we're not going to get greedy here. And then we got Milwaukee to win, $75 to win 140. Take us home on a Sunday. That's all we got for you in this video. We'll see you for the next free play video on Monday.